It's Henry!
From Mowers and Blowers!
What's up, everybody? It's Henry from Mowers and Blowers! Good morning. About a week ago, I received this in the mail. About a month before that, a guy named Jordan from Heimvision sent me an email asking me if I'd like to review his product. That's a bestseller on Amazon. I've received emails like that before, and usually what they do is they ask you, hey, if I PayPal you the money, will you go and buy it on Amazon and then show me your listing, show me the Amazon listing of you buying it to prove that you bought it. So I always thought that was a little hinky, you know what I mean? As well, you should feel like it's kind of hinky because of all the scams going on the internet, right? And so I've always just said, no, you want me to review something? I'd be happy to do it, but send me the product. I don't want you to send me any money or a PayPal email or something like that and make me buy it on my Amazon account and then take a screenshot of me buying it. You know what I mean? The order page, whatever. So I said, I'd be happy to review it, but you're going to have to send it to me first. And so the guy just said, okay. So I didn't think anything of it, and of course a month later, I get it in the mail. So today I'm going to do an unboxing and review of this HD DVR kit. The Assure K26 from Heimvision. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it looks like Heimvision, right? Now what I thought I was going to get was a wireless system. Honestly, I don't want to drill holes and run wires, hard wiring all throughout my house. That's the reason why I don't have one of these surveillance systems in the first place. I'll tell you what I do have though in place of that. So simple. I think I paid like $10 or something. It's one of those ball cameras that has a stand. You just plug it into your wall and put it near your window. You can control it with your phone app and it moves up and down, 360, up and down. Works off of your Wi-Fi, and you could be anywhere outside, whatever. You can be in another country for all they care, right? But it works through your phone, and you can see everything with just one camera. $10. Can you beat it? Beat it? So then that's why I never decided that I needed one of these things, you know? So to get one of these things, if it's hardwired, I don't think I'm going to do it. But let's open it up anyway and see what's inside. So here's the front of it. Shows 4 cameras and a base. This shows you how to connect it. Small little diagram. Back of it, talking about a coaxial cable installation. Now let's see. What's in the box? One 8-channel digital video recorder, so it's a DVR. So obviously it has a hard drive in there somewhere or flash drive capability. 4 times 1080p AHD cameras. 2 times DC 12 volt 2 amp power adapters. 1 power cable splitter, female to 4 males. 4 60-foot 2-in-1 video power cables. 1 USB mouse, 4 screws for the hard disk drive, 4 screw sets for 4 cameras, 1 quick guide. So that's what's in the box. And of course it's made in China. Let's unbox it now. So we're going to open it up. Free gift. I'd have to find out exactly what that's about later. It's very nicely packaged, I will tell you this. It's very light. This thing, it is very light. I mean like there's nothing in here. Like it's just a very thin plastic box. It feels so light. It's like, I should know this. It actually feels like 10 ounces. Really. It's like equivalent to maybe a, okay, you ready? There's a quart of Lucas Oil motor oil, right? This feels 3 times heavier than this. This is like super light. Like there's nothing in here. It's odd. In this box here, we have Ethernet cable, USB cable to a mouse, small screws, power adapter, that's in here, and this is the final box in that big box. In this big box we've got one power cable that splits into 4. I guess this would be the 60 foot coaxial cords. This looks like power. This looks like power input, male and female. These look like just video coaxial, right? I mean, I'm no expert in electronics, but I know at least that. So that's 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 of these things that are identical. And here's another power cable. Just off the bat, I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to run 60-foot wire all throughout my house. I'm just not going to. Because they have wireless ones that are far easier to install, right? And are seamless. You know, you don't have to go and drill holes into your walls in your house and run this wire all over the place. Here's a camera. It's very light. I mean, 8 ounces is what it feels like. Here are the inputs. So look, if you were to mount this, you would have to drill 3 holes into your wall, right? Or your house. Run another bigger hole through the wall to attach this somewhere. So I have to climb onto a ladder and get a drill and drill a hole through my wall, put this through, and then fish this 60-foot wire all through my house, and then hide the cable somewhere, hide the wire somewhere, you know? You're gonna put it through your living room or your bedroom and stuff like that and have it hanging out, or you're gonna have it outside. Either way, just preliminarily, I am not interested in doing any of that. Sorry, I thought it was wireless, you know? So I'm assuming the other 4 are exactly like this. So initial observations for this is that A, I don't think I want to do it. B, it would probably take quite a bit to install it, right? And I'd have to figure out how this is so light. If there's a hard drive in here to record seemingly days worth and hours worth of video, unless these are motion detected, which means that it only records if it has motion. But if this is pointed outdoors and a leaf falls down, won't that trigger it to go off? So I'm gonna read up on why this is so light and about what the capacity of the hard drive is, and I'll get back to you in a second after I read this. And I hate reading instructions, you guys know that. So I've been looking through the instructions, and I figured out why this is so light. In the first page here, right, shows you the table of contents, and then product overview, right? Hold on here, bear with me. it tells you how to install a hard drive. So guess what? There is no hard drive that comes with this. You have to either go buy a hard drive, right? SATA 3.5 hard drive. Then you got to format it. So you have to install the hard drive into the box. On the other hand, you also need a monitor if you want to view any of the video. Well, I don't have a monitor, right? I don't have a hard drive, I don't have a monitor. And you have to, for this to work, you need to connect this to your cable router in your house. So which means that I can't have this box in my garage to monitor it. I have to have it in my room with my desktop computer and my routers at. Which means that my computer room is on the way right side of my house, the extreme part of where this garage is. So I can't wire, it won't even reach. It's not 60 feet. You know what I'm saying? It won't even reach the garage. I wanted the box to be in the garage so I can monitor it during the day, you know? Well, being the way this is right now, I can't even install this because I don't have a hard drive, I don't have a monitor, and I'm deadly honest when it comes to reviews, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, because of my honesty, I've lost a bunch of sponsors. So Gunk, Mechanic in a Bottle, B23fuels.com, and a bunch of other smaller sponsors. They've sent me their product, sponsoring me, right? But then when I left my review about the products they sent me, honestly, they didn't work very well, so I said as such on my video. It doesn't work. So obviously, they don't sponsor me anymore. So I don't have any problem leaving honest reviews, which is what this is, you know? But first impression is, they sent me a surveillance kit, which I thought was going to be wireless and easy installation. This is far from it. This is a hardwire system, which in today's technology is completely unnecessary. They have stuff that's wireless that works seamlessly. You just put it there and plug it in and you're done. Plug and play. There's no attaching this base to the your computer monitor. There's no such thing as attaching the Ethernet cable to your router, hard wiring, drilling holes in your walls, running wire all over your house. It's just something that I just don't really want to do. But, to be fair, I'm going to plug this in anyway. Well, actually, you wouldn't be able to see it because I don't have a monitor, right? So yeah, I can't do anything about this right now. I'm going to see my mother this Friday, and I noticed she has an extra computer monitor from one of my old computers in her house. I'll bring that back and I'll connect this onto it. So this video will be saved for a couple of days, and I'll continue when I get my monitor. In the meantime, I'll email this this guy that sent it to me and see what I can find out about moving forward with the review. But right now, as it stands, I can't do a thing about it because I don't have a hard drive. I don't have a monitor. To be continued! So I'm back! I've put this project on hold for like 2 weeks because I didn't have a hard drive, right? And I didn't want to drill holes through my walls and have it hardwired all over the place. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to do it. I thought about giving it to my buddy Andy from Jericho, and then he said he would do it. But then, as I spoke more about it, he's like, oh, it's a hardwire? It's not wireless? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, I don't want to drill holes in my walls, you know, and have this wire tucked all over the place, you know what I mean? And then you have to connect this to your Wi-Fi router, you know what I mean? And honestly, the way things are, Chinese products connected to Wi-Fi, you don't know what kind of viruses or whatever kind of crazy contraptions are sucking information out of your computer system, you know what I mean? So I think you have to connect it to Wi-Fi just so you can interface the app on your phone, you know what I mean? But there are wireless ones where you don't need to connect it to Wi-Fi, you know, you just have to pair it with your phone, you know? So I thought about not doing it, you know, completely. But then I said, you know what? I need to do my due diligence and at least hook it up and show you guys how it works, which is what I'm going to do. So, during the 2 weeks, I went back to see my mom, and I remember I had an old E-Machines. It's an old computer. I mean, super old. Probably over 25 years old, right? And I was just going to chuck it to the street, but without the hard drive. Because as you guys know, with a hard drive, people can still take your hard drive and kind of, even if you wipe it clean, there are ways to find out personal information on your hard drive. So I was meaning to take the hard drive out and like burn it or, you know, bang it with a hammer and then chuck it somewhere, and that way it'll be kind of safe. Or you can just put a magnet to it or something, like a big heavy duty magnet. But anyway, I think it's in here. So since this system requires a hard drive first for you to be able to record, because if you didn't put a hard drive in there, it'd be nothing but just a monitor, and you'd have to look at it the whole time, you know, and if something passed by, you couldn't go back to look at it because nothing was recorded. It would be completely useless, pretty much, you know? So you had to get a hard drive for it. That's a hassle. If this thing doesn't come with a hard drive, regular lay people aren't going to know what kind of hard drive to buy, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to go and buy it and wait for it to come. It's a big hassle, you know what I'm saying? Very inconvenient. So I already don't have high hopes for this anyway. But I got a hard drive, and of course you need a monitor too, which I also have. So I'm gonna hook this up just in the garage and see if it works. Aha, hard drive. Whether or not this is the correct hard drive or not for the system, I have no idea. But I used to actually mess with computers. And let's see if it has the same exact plugs. It's got like this long thing here and this power thing here. So it's just two connections. It's a 20 gigabyte Fireball. That's what it says. Quantum Fireball. And it's a 3.5 inch series. I think that's exactly what I need for this system. So I'm going to remove this hard drive from this bracket and see if I can connect it onto the motherboard of the main base for that. So I just got back. I went to go sell that Boland's 25cc weed whacker I got from Don from Medford a week ago. And man, this guy really is a nut, all right? He's been hounding me for like the past 6 months or so on a weed whacker. It's just cheap, you know? Didn't want to pay any money. He might be cheaper than me. No, nobody's cheaper than me. But anyway, finally met the guy. What a dick. Just a dick, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I just wanted him out of my life, you know? Kept bugging me about a weed whacker. Finally, I sold it to him, 40 bucks. That's it. Now he won't bother me, and I got rid of the Boland's. So good day when you can get rid of garbage like that, you know? Both, him and the weed whacker. So I'm gonna remove this thingamabob, the cover, see? What a pain in the butt this is. Honestly, guys, I've been dreading finishing this video because this is just a hassle, you know? It's supposed to be plug and play, easy to use. This is far from it. Now this nut won't come out. Can you believe that? Anyway, let me figure this out, man, and try to get this hard drive in here. Finally got the cover off, and let's see the connections. Well, I don't see the connection for this. It's not the same. So guess what? That's right. I won't be able to use this hard drive because the connection's not right. I cannot connect this to this plug. It doesn't fit. It's not the same interface. Is that a kick in the pants or what? Went through all the trouble, waited 2 weeks to go see my mom to get a hard drive, and this doesn't fit. So, I don't know what I'm going to tell you about this. Should I just try to hook up a camera to it and see if it at least works? Well, all right. So, I plugged the module into power. Okay? Plug the camera into these wires here that go in the back. Video in, audio in. It's got a little mouse for the first setup wizard, right, onto the screen. Connected the monitor, VGA, to the back of that. Plug that in. So I've got 3 things plugged in. One camera, power to the module, and I don't know, power to this too. So three power plugs. This, and the monitor. All right. I only plugged in one camera, and there it is right there. It's pointed backwards. You see that? And if you take the mouse and you double click it, where is it? There you go. If you click the mouse and you double click that one camera, you got a full shot there, right? So let me point that like around there. So it works, you know what I mean? It works just as a monitor for now, you know, because I don't have a hard drive, right? I mean, it was pretty easy to put together, to be honest with you, even with the wires all around the place. I mean, I only use one camera, and they have 3 cameras here for me, you know what I mean? 3 other cameras with 3 other 60 feet of wire, you know, and so if you don't mind drilling holes in your walls and routing the wires throughout your entire house, right? I guess it would be a pretty good system. If you can find the right hard drive to fit the interface, right? It would probably be pretty good, actually, you know? So I was gonna just hook up my monitor here in the garage and put maybe 2 cameras pointed outwards in the front, one towards my driveway and one kind of, you know, so I only had to do like one attachment for 2 cameras pointing in 2 directions, and then maybe take the wire over the garage where my solar panels are, right? And you can't see the wires that way, and then just like drill 2 cameras in the back pointed backwards. I was gonna just do that minimally, you know? And I still might, if I find a hard drive that fits this thing, you know, so that I could record video. Other than that, this is just a monitor. If you want to sit there and watch your monitor all day and make sure nobody comes and steals you know what I mean? But kind of a hassle for the fact that it didn't come with a hard drive, but if you got a hard drive to fit, right, I think it was pretty easy to set up, you know. Password, you know, you make it up, you do 2 secret questions, you set the time and the date and all that, and the format. It really was kind of plug and play if you want to do that. My only gripe is that this is not wireless and that there's wires all over the place, not to mention the fact that you got to plug in. You got to plug in your monitor to electric. You got to plug in 4 separate cameras to 4 separate electric outlets. You got to plug in the main base module to electric. So you're going to need a power strip dedicated just for your security system, you know? And then hard drive, of course, you know? But it can be done, and I still think I feel like I want to do it. So I'm going to try to get a hold of a hard drive, and I'll do a part 2 on this thing if I decide to do it. But for now, I'm just showing you that this Heimvision
a Shure K26, right? HD DVR kit. It's not a DVR because they don't give you the hard drive. If it came with the hard drive, it would be a DVR kit, you know, but you can't advertise it as a DVR kit because it doesn't record right now unless the hard drive was included. So I gotta try to find one, get one. Maybe I'll contact the guy that sent it to me from Heimvision. Maybe he'll send me one if he wants me to do a part 2 on how the DVR system works. But right now, it's just a surveillance monitor is all it is, you know? And I'm not connecting this to my Wi-Fi because I don't need the phone interface. You know, maybe I will. But the thing is, though, you gotta hardwire it via Ethernet cable to your router, which is like 100 feet from here on the other side of the house. So I have to drill holes through my living room, my bedrooms, my bathroom just to get it here, you know? A lot of trouble. But seems to work pretty good, and it's relatively clear, you know, and I believe it has motion detection and UV, which means that you can see this at night, you know? So that's my review of this Heimvision a Shure K26 that you can get on Amazon for $129.99. I think there are other systems out there that are wireless, much easier to install for less, and it does the same thing. So take that for what it is, because that is what it is. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.